I mean, and I had to remind someone today that they were quite upset about why women weave their hair, and just to add to the recent scenario that took place. And I said, well, what do you mean? And he said, well, why do we have to weave our hair? And I said, well, did you realize that weaving is indigenous to black people? Wearing a weave, when you wear a weave, it has nothing to do with anything else. Whatever your perceptions are, we started and invented the idea of weaving.
Yes.
The difference is, as you always mention, brother, was we used our own hair. That's the fundamental difference.
Yeah, that is the fundamental difference. And I think probably over time we will see some innovation where women then realise that actually it makes cultural and economic sense.
Herein lies the challenge, and you've often talked about this on many occasions. I mean, it somehow seems to bother you that you often ask the questions, why can't we use our own hair to create a weave, to make a weave? Because our ancestors did exactly that in Kemet,
Yeah,
Egypt, if you wish, back in the day. It was their hair. They didn't have to go anywhere else to buy hair or borrow anybody else's hair. They used their hair and they fashioned their hair into a wig and wore that. And when we think of that, if you don't believe me, just look at Cleopatra of ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt. That bob is her own hair that she would shave off. And the reason why people wore weaves back in the day, in that ancient era, was for hygiene purposes. You shave off your own hair, you take that hair, you fashion it into a weave or a wig, and you wear it back. So Brother Ruse, yes, back to your question. You've often asked the question, that why can't we make wigs from our own hair?
again, maybe somebody somewhere is, but we don't know. Somewhere
Absolutely. It's
they need to bring it to the marketplace.
that's right. That's right. Hiding in plain view. And that's a challenge for our young people.